What's up, guys? Unsub223 here. So, about a week ago, I posted my video about the Caddx Turtle V2 installation, setup, all that good. And you guys haven't got any new footage yet as of the quality of the video or any flight footage update, pretty much. There's a reason for that. I'm not too sure if maybe I got like a defective camera or a malfunctioning camera, but I was having some issues with it. And well, first off, as you guys seen in the last video, I had it all set up and plugged in and good to go. I had 11, it was a 3-cell, so it was like 11.5 coming up in the bottom right corner of the torrent when I was showing you guys how to set up the OSD and the colors and all that. When I went out and flew, I flew on 3 different occasions, and from the first one, the video footage was just so... There was so much waves and lines. It was hard for me to actually fly. That and the fact that I actually put the camera at the wrong angle when I went to go fly, so it was as if I never flew before, and I wound up hitting a tree. The Caddx Turtle V2 does not record all the way through, like basically, whereas that I don't know, 10 seconds of delay time where what the FPV feed is seeing between what the DVR is actually recording for the 1080 60 frames per second. There's a little bit of a delay in that, so in my case I had hit a tree. Not really a tree, it was kind of a branch of a tree, but anyway, it was a forward facing crash. So what happened was, as soon as I hit, boop, battery came flying out the front, and once the battery disconnected, obviously it cut the video feed. But because what I'm seeing, you know, at the time that I'm seeing it is not actually recorded yet, it's recording about 6 seconds behind, you know, what I've already seen. As soon as I hit the branch and the battery came out, it didn't record that. It recorded 6 seconds ago when I was still flying. So the closest thing I have to that is the DVR footage from the actual torrent, which, if you guys noticed, doesn't really look like a torrent anymore. That was also part to do with the vibration in the camera. I just could not get rid of it with the 110 torrent frame. So I actually went through Amazon, I picked up a couple of frames, and I was gonna do review videos on them. But I pretty much just decided not to. I mean, they're all cheap frames. They're all pretty similar. They have their differences, but they're all very similar when it comes to the size and the specs. See, I actually took pieces off some of them and put them on other ones. So here's one right here. This was the oh jeez, I forget what this one was. Anyway, this one was the 100mm, obviously 2 arms still aren't on there, but this was the 100mm. This was the 90mm by U-Smile. I could not fit anything in either of these, so the one that I wound up going with was the Allure Genie 110. It actually says motor mounts are 115, but I wound up going with this one, and I still had to actually go through the bottom and drill new holes because nothing was lining up properly. But I had to do that because I just couldn't get rid of the vibrations on the camera, the vibrations on the DVR board for the Caddx camera. So every video footage I had was just coming out super wavy and junk, and you can't really have that if you're trying to get good HD footage. You know, that kind of defeats the whole purpose. So I wound up switching this up to a new frame, and I haven't tried this one yet, so hopefully once we can take this outside, hopefully I will get good, clean, smooth footage with this. But what happened with my last one, when I was setting it up, like I said, there was the 3-cell I had on there. You could see 11.5 in the corner. When I went to go fly, I was, you know, anxious and giddy to get out there. I didn't even pay attention, so I plugged in a 2-cell. I started to fly, and this mind you, this is the second time I'm flying it now, because I already seen the vibrations in the camera from that first video, and I had to do something to fix that. So a little bit of modifications, and then I came out with a second product, and I was like, all right, let me try this out. This is still with the 110 Torrent frame. I was like, let me try this out. So I plug it in, I start flying, I'm cruising down the beach, trying to get that smooth footage. And then as I'm coming back towards myself, I'm like, oh, let me give it a little throttle rip. I'm gonna come up and, you know, do like a flip over myself or something. And as soon as I gave it some throttle, whole camera just blacked out. And you can actually see right here, I'm gonna show you the 2 video feeds, and here is the DVR footage from my Dominator V3s with my what is it, the Furious True D, and here is the actual DVR footage from the SD card on the Caddx Turtle V2. So you're gonna see in a second exactly where I'm coming to throttle up, and as soon as I do, right off that beach line, I lose all video on the Caddx Turtle. What recorded though was like 5 seconds ago compared to what my DVR on my Dominator V3 is recorded. So with that being said, I almost lost it because I was at the beach trying to get that sweet footage, you know. I did find it. It was in a tree behind me. Luckily I didn't break anything, but that's when it was pretty much time, because I had realized actually afterwards when I plugged it back in and I looked, it said 4 volts in the bottom right corner. I had a 2-cell plugged in. Nope, that's the 3. So I had the Pulse 800 milliamp 2S plugged in. As you can see though, I've had quite a few packs on these batteries. I can't even really, red's crashes, but black's just regular flights, and there's a lot that I haven't actually logged on there. And then the 3-cell. So when that happened, I said, I'm done, not playing around. Switching up to the XT30. So now we just gotta pull it all back apart, slap on a XT30, and then we're just gonna strictly roll 3-cell from there. The Torrent can't handle a 4-cell, so I'm not gonna do that, but I'm just gonna strictly roll 3-cell, and hopefully I have good, clean video footage out of this new frame that I got. Also, this is, I don't know if this is like brand, like when they changed this up or how new this is, but let me go ahead and, this is like the first time this is ever getting peeled off. Alright, so here's the, what is this, a year old? November 2017, so this is actually a little over a year old. And this one we have May 2018. These are the same exact battery. They're both 3 cells. As you can see, the newer version is actually more of a 2S size. It's actually a little bit shorter than the 2S still, but thickness is just about the same, pretty much all the way around. So I'm gonna switch up to these XT30s. I only have one right now. I bought them all together, don't ask me why. Only one came in, and I'm still waiting on 3 others. And I also grabbed a TBS 300 milliamp ADC 180 burst 2-cell, which I want to try out with an XT30, which I want to try out on this. So I've got 3 more of these 3 cells coming in, the 2-cell, and I also have 1 more coming in. Can't remember off the top of my head. I don't feel like looking it up right now because it's no big deal anyway. But with that being said, hopefully I'll have good footage. We'll get through this wind and rain and crappy weather that we've been having because it's been absolutely shitty out. And hopefully we'll be able to get out and fly soon, and I'll be able to upload some footage for you guys to see. That way you can get my actual full review on this camera, because right now it's been really hectic trying to get through all this and get through all the problems and the issues, and almost not worth it, but we're right there. We're right at the end. But I'm doing all this for you guys. That way you guys could see the problems that I've had. Don't ask me why. That's why I'm changing all my batteries now. I'm getting rid of the old ones, in with the new. Hopefully it was just a battery issue, but I did have that problem 2 separate times with 2 separate batteries. And then I'm just waiting for the new ones. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna actually rip the power whoop around the house. Maybe I'll upload a video about that too, because I actually did just get a new camera for that, the Wolf Whoop 3 AIL with OSD built in. So I got that all set up, and maybe we'll check that out in a little bit. But I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you subscribe and comment if you have anything to fucking say, but most of the time no. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you comment, subscribe, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for the next one.